Chapter 372. There was nothing in her mind but money. For her, the most important element she looked for in a son-in-law was that they must be rich and willing to spend money on her. Otherwise, they were nothing but stinky shit in her eyes, no matter how good they were. A man like Albert was the best candidate for a son-in-law because he was willing to spend money on his mother-in-law. He was already so generous and had given her an Audi as a gift even before he was together with her daughter. What would happen if Emma married him? Would he give her a big mansion or a lavish yacht? She was extremely delighted, and her imagination ran wild. However, she still had to be polite superficially. Grabbing Albert's arm, she said earnestly, "Albert, I'm touched by your generosity, but the car is very expensive. Would it truly be okay if I accepted it just like that?" "Why wouldn't it be?" Albert answered. "Auntie, it's my token of appreciation, just take it." Elaine grinned like a dog with two tails upon his serious expression. She put the key into her handbag and said happily, "Then, I'll accept it graciously." "Thank you so much, Albert." Her naked expression of greed and snobbishness fell into Albert's cautious glance instantly. He sneered secretly and thought that the plan he and his father had hatched would be realized successfully thanks to Elaine's snobbery. As this thought ran quietly through his mind, he politely smiled and said, "Auntie, don't just stand here at the door, let's go in." Elaine nodded with a wide grin. Sure, let's go in, then." When they walked into the restaurant, Albert asked the waiter to take them to the reserved seat and ordered a table of expensive and lavish cuisine. In the middle of their lunch, Albert cleared his throat, put on a guilty tone, and said, "Auntie, I'm sorry for bringing a quack to visit Uncle at the hospital the other day. It was my mistake, I'm sorry." Elaine donned a warm smile. "Silly child, don't be. I've never blamed you. You were a victim too." Albert nodded. Then, he glanced at Elaine and said sincerely, "Auntie, frankly speaking, I like Emma. I want to marry her and make her my wife. I wonder if you will be okay with it." Elaine shrieked excitedly, Of course. I completely agree. Honestly, I've already regarded you as my future son-in-law." Albert sighed, "Thank you for supporting me, but I'm worried that Emma still holds a grudge against me. If we don't resolve the misunderstanding between us, I don't think I can be with her ever." "Hush, it's just a small matter. You guys can just talk it out. I can even help you talk to her." Albert knew that this was the perfect timing to make his move. He said, "Auntie, actually, I plan to apologize and confess to Emma in person. I have an idea. My family has a mansion by the river. I'll set up a candlelight dinner tonight, buy some flowers, and do some decorations around the house. Please bring Emma to the mansion so that I can apologize to her in person and make a confession. Maybe, if she's okay with it, she'll agree to be with me." "Wow! Albert, you are so attentive, I'm impressed." Elaine blinked delightedly and continued, "Okay, I'll call Emma now." Then, she took out her phone and was about to call Emma. Albert grinned slyly, but he said in an earnest tone, "Auntie, please don't tell her that it was my idea, she may not want to come if she knows." Then, he added, "Tell her this instead. Tell her that your friend has a mansion by the river that needs renovation and wants to hire her to take on the project. She is so ambitious, I'm sure she will say yes when she hears that there's a business opportunity waiting for her. Then, you can come with her and be my wing woman when I confess to her." Elaine blurted out, "Wow, that sounds like a brilliant plan." "Okay, let's go with your plan." A tinge of sinister vibe flashed across Albert's eyes as he thought to himself, "Later tonight, I'll get my hands on Emma first. And then, after charming this old vixen, I'll trick Alex into coming to the mansion and kill him."